Morning traders, and this is your Dax day trade setup for today. So just starting off on the weekly, because we highlighted this level yesterday, and that pretty much is a weekly double top. We're busy with a crossover of the moving averages, and we're flirting with this level again. Obviously we want to see a weekly close below here to validate, but that is definitely something we need to pay attention to. There is also an inside tail here, which we need to pay attention to as well. Okay, so if we look at the daily and line those two levels up, that is our zone. You can see we did get some buyers in a couple of days ago, and we're now trending back down to test it. The 200 SMA is also in the same region. So, the 200 SMA is something which, especially on the daily, is what the bulls will always try and defend, because they take it as a close below here on the daily that constitutes a trend change for a lot of people. Okay, so at this stage for me, we are at levels. There's three levels here. So we've got two support levels, and then we've got the 200 moving averages. And my oscillators are all grouped to the downside at these levels. So that tells me that I need to be careful with my shorts. If I look at the 3 hour, you can see we bounced up and we bounced back down again. Not quite what I was expecting. I was expecting a little bit of a stronger bounce to the upside to at least come and close sort of the gap. But that didn't materialize, and we'll look at that on the lower time frame to see what happened there. But you can see the tails to the top and the bottom are still continuing, so there's still a lot of confusion in this zone. We look at the hour, you'll see we did get a bouncy upside, and we had what was looking to be a pretty strong, solid bar, and then that turned out to be a pin bar. And of course, the minute that turned out to be a pin bar, we broke to the downside and pretty much went all the way down. I don't think we've met the measured move, but I don't think this measured move will play out. I'll be surprised if it does. Okay, so I think for me, it's still a case of be very careful of what you do here. These two levels here are going to be defended. I do suspect they're going to be defended, but bear in mind that it's been defended 3 times already. So we're coming back to test it. So there is a possibility we break the downside, but this is not an area I want to be chasing shorts at the moment. And that's purely because of what I see on my oscillators and the levels. If we do get through these 3 levels, then I would definitely be starting to look for the next level for a buying opportunity. Okay, obviously for this big double top to play out, I need a breakthrough on the weekly of 11614 and then a retest of 11614 before committing to the short to the downside. Okay, so for now, even if it just floats below, still long, trade it sort of as a range. And if we do sort of bounce back off here and move the downside, then that becomes my opportunity. Okay, but I think for me today, this is quite a substantial move to the downside, but more than likely not really interested in taking a long down here, but also very wary of a short. So we'll have to wait and see. I think for me it's going to be a case of waiting and seeing what's going on. Let's just get to the ichimoku. Just want to do the hour here. And you can see the ichimoku, we had this crossover of Kijinsen and Tegensen, so I gave you a fairly good warning that we had there was something brewing, and then the minute you got this rejection, that was your signal again for the long, say for the short. But if we look at the 4 hour, it's a different picture. We had a crossover here, which is a bullish crossover, and we are still in a bullish crossover territory, which is what I'm looking at the moment. If we look at the daily, we can see we are far away from Kijinsen and Tegensen, And Teganson is moving down towards price, but normally what happens is it moves like this and then it rounds and then we have a crossover. Okay, so this is not an area that I'd be looking for shorts. Okay, also not quite an area I'm looking for longs just yet. I want to see some sort of consolidation on a level, and this is not looking like consolidation. So for me, wait and see. Either this level is going to hold where we are now, or we're going to move down to the next level. And I think the next level would definitely be something that would interest me at the moment. It would be the first attempt at it. So 11,416 would definitely be an area for me to look at longs. But for now, there is an opportunity. It's a 200-point trade to the downside if we do break through. But I'm not interested in taking it. It will be volatile and you probably find that you'll get trapped somewhere along the line. So, yeah. So for me, it's money in pocket. Just wait and see what transpires today. But really looking for a bounce off one of these levels at the moment. Okay, and just to close off on the 12-minute, look at all the tails, the upside and downside. Lots of confusion here. So I think I'll just be cautious and wait for something to happen. And until the politicians sort their nonsense out, I think this is going to continue. Anyway, guys, hope it helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.